Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. So, we nearly last episode it was all going well, wasn't it? And then I realised Walt is now sitting on £400,000 of debt. I've been and had a word with him. He says not to worry. But he says it. There's no way of not worrying. He said, "I don't see how we're going to be here for. Not going to be enough. That should get them through to November and new births, I think." It's 370,000. He says not to worry. It's all in hand. Now, we've got this shed is brilliant, and at the same time not being utilised correctly, is it? I think it would be advantageous with him having a BGA if he was able to put make silage in the clamp, but he's gonna need a. And there was a straw blower that actually came up in the sales the other week, wasn't there? That would be a bit. Would that be convoluted? Let me think. I'm not sure. I'd say maybe not. Maybe not. But anyway, I'll have a think on that. We're going to make silage off our grass for him, but we've got a little bit of work to do first. I need a bit of. We've got essentially what it'll be at 12:30. It's not paid us for the other day actually. I'm just furious about how much debt he's got to pay off, but I think there's something else. I don't think he's spent 300 grand on that BGA, although they are expensive, aren't they? But he says not to fill this up because he says the Kubota's being sold. So, and again, not to worry about it. He says basically drop the stones off, sell the Kubota, that's going straight off his debt, so that should bring it down a bit. He's probably going to have to borrow a bit in order to get it up to spec standard. I've no idea how much this is worth. If he knows what he's doing, I'm pretty sure he's not going to have decided he's just not going to bother. He must have another tractor lined up. He must do, because he knows we've got a silage harvest on his field coming up next month, so he must have something in place. But I'm surprised he's getting rid of this Kubota, because he has used it quite a bit, especially recently with the contracts. And it's just like, well, I've just said to him, you can't use the JCB to move things around because it can't deal with this trailer. But we'll just have to wait and find out, won't we? We'll have to trust the process, I guess. But anyway, plan. Logistics, what are we doing? I'm going to have to take this down to the dealership, they're expecting it. And then I'm sure we've got enough fuel to get down and drop these stones off. So I'm going to need to get the trailer back over to his, pick up the mower and the baler. I don't think we're going to need to row it. That should have us good, so I can take the trailer back at the same time as I do that, can't I? That sounds like a plan. Let's check out for the... We're good. There's the dog laying down having a nap there. Oh, he's up. I'll have a little think about what to do around here actually. The thing is, if you get something that could pull a hoover grass in, then you could just literally be taking it straight out of a clamp. With his JCB, he wouldn't be having to bother with a lot of the work, would he? Okay, that's... There we go. Strange. Alright, let's go and get this done. We're going to have to get... Lay down again. Drop this here for now. To the store. So, any ideas on how many silage bales we'll get? I'll go for 6. Just a bit of headland grass, isn't it, really? It's not going to be much, but now potentially it could be worth a fair bit to him when it's converted into energy and digestate and methane. we should start to see some bonus of that. I think we are at 400,000. £400,000. And then, although he's going to have money, he's going to be getting some of the animals off on away next episode. So that might not be too bad. That'll be a bit of money in. Depending on how quick that goes through the wood chip, he could end up having to sell a lot of wood chip, but I really don't want to do that because we've already done it. I guess if Whitcomb came out tomorrow, I could literally go, right, I need to focus on that. Bang, sell everything. Episode. Walton might be debt free on that. And that sort of means that that makes the wood chip like equity capital. Right, he's going to need... Is it worth doing the 45 grand's worth of work? Yes, it is, because we'll get a little bit extra for him. And it's not like he's... Actually, that's worth quite a bit of money. That's interesting. I'm wondering whether he should actually get that just in case he wants it for the future. Let's get some monies in. What did I say? 45. That'll do for now. 420 at present. Okay. Repair and repaint. And he's getting 125 back. That is quite a change, actually. Okay, suddenly the framework has changed somewhat with that bringing in that much money. Let me... which way should I walk? That's quite a long walk that way. But nicer. I guess I'll go this way. Let me go and... fetch my... In fact, I can go and get my... Can-Am and drive back over, can't I? I don't know, I'll have a walk. I'll have a walk and have a think. I might ring Walt up and speak to him about that roller. Because if something did come up, it could be used. If not, he could sell it and he won't really lose that much money on that. When all of a sudden he's gone from £400,000 in the red to £300,000 in the red. Which is a big difference. I feel a bit chipper, I'll be honest. I've spoken to him. I've spoken to him and said, well, that's... You're down to 300,000 of debt. And... gates are open here, aren't they? And you've got... a chance to buy a roller. But you've got no tractor. He says, don't worry about that. That's all been taken care of. So I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? I didn't come this way. But yeah, he said don't worry, that's all taken care of, and he's assured me there isn't any fee still to, there isn't a loan still to be added for a tractor. So by that I'm thinking he's got a replacement sorted. So I'm reasonably pleased. I think Walter seems to know what he's doing. It's just me being a bit panicky. I thought it was so close to being debt free. That's not where this goes anymore, is it? It goes in the thing, doesn't it? Because we were thinking about, we were having a conversation about bale storage, weren't we? Bale and pallet storage, and whether it could be changed, but spatially there's not a lot of room. But I do feel I won't be able to see yet, will we? I think that shed's worth quite a bit of money if he was to sell it, basically. And all of the room it would create. Just think of all the room. REITs. Lettuce. Pick up. Can we do... yeah, put the mower on the front, can't we? We can do the rig. Let's connect up. See, I'd say I always think we could put something down here against this wall, but doing things like that shows how much space you actually need there. Let's get the wrap topped up. Yep, that'll do then. Three strobes on this is going to be a tricky drive, isn't it? Maybe. I'm guessing we might be using our equipment next episode when we do his mowing. Oh, wow, it's a long vehicle. Thank you for slowing down, sir. Gentlemen. So the problem you got now as well is if there was any work to be done contracting wise that Walter could have done to make some more money, he wouldn't be able to do it. That was what I was pointing out to him. You've left yourself short. But I mean, he does seem to have a plan, just not sharing it with me. Anyway, there's no point me complaining about it. It looks like we're here for another year anyway. But then, to be fair, if we're going to be selling stuff off, that mower on the front is really bouncing, isn't it? I do like this New Holland, it's really good. I'm wondering whether, horsepower wise, I think it's about 300. We possibly could sell the big one already. We don't need to, because I mean, you can see we've got money in the bank, but I assume and expect a depreciation on how old the vehicle is, as well as how many hours is on it. My plan was we could sell as we don't need these. Walter could upgrade and have these, which I suppose but he says he's already got it sorted and the financials are already dealt with, so if I was to sell him one of these, you'd be looking at, say, 100 grand, wouldn't you? And that's not really what matches with what he said. Right. I'm thinking go around and try and take as much grass as possible. Tell me. Should I do that? I'm going to go around with the baler to pick up, so I'm just going to go for it. Let's just, because we can drive on the fields because we've already done and mulched. Taking an outside headland, but I don't want to be one of those points where we actually can't pick it up. We need to be able to pick it up. See, along here we should be fine. It's actually rowing it up for me. However, doing that strip along there, that doesn't work because it then tells us we can't pick it up. And we haven't got the road to pull it in, so that'll start us off. We should check the contracts actually, shouldn't we? Okay. So I don't think this bit. Maybe. We can definitely take this bit. Because we can always drive onto our fields. There's nothing on there at the minute. They're just being left long term, really. Probably should check for lime at some point. So I'm not sure that is a good point to go out. I think this strip might not give us anything. Unless I came in halfway. Should we just have a go? Go halfway, why not? It should be alright, shouldn't it? Did I explain the roller scenario for the silage? Literally a few minutes ago. I can't remember. Well, if I did, or if I didn't even, Walter said, well, haven't you got one? And I said, yeah, but the answer is yes. Yes, I have. So if the opportunity came up for him to be putting it in if he was to use the bunker to put silage in, we've already got the roller, he doesn't need it. We can just use ours. It's a multifaceted bit of kit. It's exactly what you would use, isn't it? It's just tyres on a thing. It does the job. That's where we have a bit of an issue. Doesn't like that area for some reason. Might be decent. I'm saying 6 bales, didn't I? But there is actually quite a bit of grassland here. I always seem to underestimate it, and we've had most of the year, so let's pull it right up to there. Leave a bit of a headland. Leave that bit. But we'll come around this bit. Just about there. And let's take this bit up. Why are the tram lines not... I'm going fully sidetracked here, but... It's only doing it on there. That's curious. No, I'm gonna leave a little bit of a headland here and then go round. We used to get wood picking up jobs from here until I bought it. Now we don't get it. Not that we've done any wood contracts for a while. Been ages. Won't go too close to these people's gardens. Then get looping around. When should we do the speed up bit? Should we do it? I'll crack on with this speeded up bit, and then I can switch over to the bales. I'm gonna now change it to 8 bales. I'm gonna say 9 actually, because we're very close to having a bale. So 9. Yeah, I'm gonna say 9. But let's have a bit of music and get crack-a-lacking. I've been and fetched the big gear in, mainly because we're going to need it. B, I had to get the windrow in because that was just insane. I was missing bits on corners and it was a terrible idea. Why didn't you stop me in the first place? Awful idea to do that. So, plus I'm a little bit worried at my fields, because when I went down there it still says mulched though, so it's not done that too much damage. It's not done any damage actually. the way to do it. Not that one, that one. Let's flick everything away from the outside. This will make it better in the long run. Missed a bit straight away, that's the reason why I brought it. I'm just a little bit bemused though that on that other soybean field it brought a strip in when we'd collected over the mulched, changed the surface texture, and then it said weeds growing, which, but it doesn't there. So we'll just cross our fingers, I guess, and hope that everything will be alright. I think that's a fair assessment. Now hopefully I don't want to collect any bales yet, because that would give me an indication, although looking around I think we might already have gone over my prediction. Yeah, you see there's all these little bits that we're missing. Some old stuff there as well that we didn't have before. I'm gonna have to get the bales up, and well, it's going to be more than 9. That's 100% fact. Yeah. So we already know I'm well out on that. There's 1, 2, 3. I reckon we're already up to about 7. Not to worry though. I was a bit concerned because it is October and we're nearly up at 4 o'clock already, so we won't have any time to get anything done. If we are faffing around going round and round and round. So I think the sensible thing to do is do a quick loop, get that, get some rows in. That'll hopefully get these bits on the outside as well, which would be quite annoying. I tried to scrimp out and do it a lot more craftily, didn't I? Yeah, we're up to 5 already. We're definitely massively underestimated what there is. I said to Walter, do you want the odd few bales off there? And he was like, may as well chuck them in. It's all money, it's just going to die off over the winter. Well, that's true that. See, hopefully we can get this bit in, that'll be nice. Yeah, there's 9. This is way more. Got it. There's been a fly flying around the room. Ever since I started recording, it keeps just... They always want to go on the screen, don't they? And not at the corner of the screen, like wherever you're looking. Yeah, 12. Right, I shall continue the already hard work that I've put in. Might be a double trip. Actually might be. Might be 3 times the amount that I predicted to start with. I mean, that's good. Right, now this isn't going to be pretty for a bit, so I'll just carry on and come back to you in a bit. Hopefully not too dark. Right, this is going to make the rolling maybe a bit slower, but the rolling. I've done this on the other field. It's not left that strip now. It's picked up a windrow. It knows it's picking up a row sort of thing. That's curious. How bizarre. Where was I? Yeah, I mean, there's some big rows here. This is going to go really slow at certain points, but I've massively estimated this, like, embarrassingly so. Up, down. I think might be able to do a loop. Be nice if I can. Deformation's great. I think the next iteration of Farming Simulator, we need more. They need to improve on the deformation and the weather and the wet ground causing problems and puddles and things like that. That's what I'd like to see. Make it a bit more real. You can get bogged down. I think because they aim it slightly at the younger audience, though. If they were to do something like that, they'd probably need to have it switch on and offable. What would your hopes for the next iteration be? Yeah, that's gone slow now, and it's this is a big chunky bit. This isn't the chunkiest bit though. That's yet to come. Yes, it's just pumping bales out, isn't it? I don't really want to be going back over to Walters and dropping off at this time of night. Could do it in November. The other problem is we don't know where to store it. And he is going to be sitting on a lot of bales at that point. Maybe a storage area will need to be brought in. Oh yeah, this is the fat bit. Still not the fattest though. That is yet to come. That could have us down to 1 mile an hour, I reckon. If this is down to 2. but still really quick compared to having to do everything individually. I wonder if we could switch to square bales on Whitcomb, maybe. Depends how we decide to play the game on that. See that big slug there? That's going to need two. I think we're going to have to come up one way and down the other side. That's a two-stager. In fact, let's get this little bit and then come back. Start on the outside edge. I did think about splitting this into two separate rows, and I wish I had now. Just because we might be able to drive over that actually. I do like how it is moving up and down. That actually looks like it might be able to take the whole. Well, I'll be damned. It's doing it. It's eating it up. Maybe I could have gone in one run. Yeah, 1 mile an hour now. I may as well get the YouTuber bits out of the way. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, then do put them in the comment section. I would be interested in your ideas for the future. Something needs a bit of repairing. Yeah, that's that definitely is quicker than it would have been if it were just me going round and round and round. It is nearly 5 o'clock, but we've still got some light, so we finished for tea. And that's it. Can we get a little bit more? Yes. Oh, but it's not, because it's got to be compacted. Oh, that's fine. That is fine. That's all of the grass off that field done. How do we fold that up now then? Interesting. Right, guess I'm sort of hoping it's under 24, but I don't think it is. 29, it's a 2-trip job. I'm having some trouble with the options here. It's not... Where's fold baler? Not there. Interesting. Either way. Oh, I wonder if am I just being silly? Should I just use the... No, not having it. Can't fold it. Oh well. Well, on that note, that's where we'll leave today's episode, as the time is ticking away. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, when we shall find out what Walter means by everything being sorted, not to worry, because let's be honest, no tractor and a lot to do next month. That's a lot to worry about. But then I suppose we have got our equipment, haven't we? So he might just be happy for us to pay out with that. I shall see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.